Every aerial business has one acquisition channel that creates the biggest winners. 10 years ago, it was Google SEO, then Facebook ads. The businesses that moved early owned it. And by the time the competition showed up, the cost has tripled and the window was gone. And right now, there is one open. And that is YouTube. YouTube has around 2.7 monthly users, almost 10 times Netflix's entire subscriber base. On TV, more people watch YouTube than Netflix, and it's beating it on the metric that matters the most: watch time. And I'm 100% confident your ICP is on YouTube, watching your competition, buying their services because you're not on YouTube yet. In this video, I'm gonna show why YouTube is the best way to build trust at scale, why this window closes the moment your competition wakes up, and how you can grab 90% of the market share if you start posting right now, so you can become the obvious choice in your niche. Let's dive in. And here's the compounding asset nobody in your niche is building. So most of your competition is doing one of two things. They're either running paid ads, or they're posting short form content, LinkedIn content, or even Twitter posts. And then you have cold outreach. But the problem with all of this is that, first of all, the moment you stop paying for ads, they stop working. Then your shorts, tweets, and LinkedIn posts have a shelf life of around 48 hours, which is nothing compared to YouTube. And cold outreach ends the second you stop sending it. All of these are just linear. And this is why YouTube is so great. On YouTube, you can post one video and that video is gonna be ranking for months, if not years, and it's basically an evergreen asset that will never die. And you can post a video 5 months ago and that video will still be ranking and getting more leads, more people in your pipeline, and nurturing and educating people that are more likely to buy from you. If you think about it, YouTube has around 2.7 billion monthly users on YouTube. And there is no way that your ICP isn't on YouTube looking for solutions to their current problems, and they're just looking for the right person to solve them. And not only that, people are spending more time on YouTube than Netflix by around 1 billion minutes, which is insane. And also, YouTube has the biggest TV usage by any other media company. And that includes Fox, Netflix, Amazon, and even Disney. And you can also imagine what is the probability of your ICP being on YouTube searching for solutions to their current problems. And if you're still not posting, you're just leaving money on the table right now. Because every single video that you post on your channel is an evergreen asset that never stops growing. And this is why you need to have an ecosystem inside of your channel. Because you're not posting only one video, you're posting one video that is compounding on top of the last 3 videos that you posted. And this is why YouTube is so great, because you're building assets that never stop compounding. You can just watch one video, then go to the next one, and then to the next one. And this is what creates the binge watching effect, or the domino effect. For one of our clients, we basically got him 20k views in the last 90 days, and this channel hasn't stopped growing since then. And you can also see it as a digital real estate. You post once and that video is going to be compounding for months and years. And it's going to be bringing you rent every single month without you doing anything. And now that you know the exact asset that nobody is building, you need to understand why YouTube is the year that the window is basically closing. Everyday businesses are becoming more aware of YouTube as a client acquisition system that builds authority and trust on autopilot. Right now, most of your competition is watching on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect moment. But the moment someone starts building teams of strategists, editors, and thumbnail designers that know YouTube and what makes people keep watching, it doesn't matter what kind of setup you have or what kind of cameras you have, they're gonna run laps around you. Because they have the team that is doing the heavy lifting, while they can just sit down, record the videos, and everything else will be handled. And this is how most of the business owners in 2026 will grow their businesses, leveraging other people's knowledge and experience on YouTube. For example, take a look at Alex Ramosi. He knew that YouTube is going to be one of the biggest client acquisition channels in the future, and he invested about 7 years ago into it. Obviously, he wasn't that consistent at the start, but for the past 5 years, he has been posting every single week, trusting that YouTube will bring that trust and authority to his brand. And this is what helped him make over 100 million with his book and basically break the world record for most sold books in 24 hours. Which again, it wasn't the only factor YouTube, but you can think about it as the way to nurture, educate, and convert all those viewers into die-hard fans, because this is long-form content. Because think about it, every single month you wait, you're not at zero, you're further behind because they're building compounding assets. You're not posting one singular video that is going to be on its own. You're building a whole ecosystem that is going to be bringing you leads for months, if not years, if properly executed. Even Warren Buffett, who built his whole company and even his whole wealth on the idea of compounding assets, he said it: life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a really long hill. Your content is like a snowball. Every video you post is more snow, and the longer your channel runs, the bigger it gets and faster it grows. And this is what we call the compounding effect. And now that we know why YouTube is the window that we need to actually take action and start posting YouTube, we need to understand why YouTube is a sales rep that never sleeps. Think about what a single A-player sales rep costs you per month. Now imagine one that never sleeps, works 24 hours a day, and talks to thousands of qualified prospects at once. If you leverage the 7-hour rule, which basically says that someone needs to spend around 7 hours with you and basically build enough trust with your brand to make a buying decision. And YouTube is the best way to build that trust at scale, because you can post 5 to 10 videos solving someone's exact problems, and they're going to be a lot more likely to build trust with you than any short form post or any kind of Twitter or LinkedIn post. YouTube is basically the category king for posting content that is building trust and nurturing assets, because by the time they pull the trigger and book a call, they're already pre-sold, pre-qualified, and their whole sales cycle is shortened by a few months to a few weeks. Now, if you want my team to handle the research, the ideation, the scripting, the editing, and making the thumbnails I will just record for 30 minutes a week, click the first link in the description to book a call with me. But before do that, let me show you the exact structure that turns viewers into booked calls, because without this, even great videos go nowhere. The YouTube sales funnel. Now, this is the most important part. This is where you actually nurture, educate, and eventually convert your viewers, and how you build a whole ecosystem inside of a YouTube channel. Every single video is like a living organism inside of an ecosystem. It's going to be bringing you leads for months, if not years. So first we have top of the funnel content. This is going to be your how-to videos built around your ICP's most common problems and desires. They have high search traffic and generate eyeballs from your ICP. The whole idea is to bring new people into your channel. Then you have the middle of the funnel. This is your authority builders. They do the heavy lifting before every single sales call. They handle objections, they shift limiting beliefs, and build trust and conviction with the viewer before every single sales call, or before they actually trust you enough to pull the trigger and book a call. And finally, we have the bottom of the funnel. This is your case studies and client interviews. Walk through the exact transformation before and after state of the client. One case study will generate more revenue than 30 cold emails and 100 shorts. Think about it, these are basically why people should trust you in the first place. And why Done For You is the only version that actually scales your business. The reason most founders fail YouTube is simple. They're the bottleneck in the whole business, because think about it, you still need to do your research, ideation, scripting, filming, editing, and also making the thumbnails yourself, which is going to be around 5 to 10 hours every single week from one single video. If you need to do it 4 times per week, that's around 20 to 40 hours per week making YouTube videos. And you're not scaling your business, you're making YouTube videos, right? And if you ask me, there's high leverage tasks that you can handle yourself, like sales calls and any other kind of marketing channels. But editing videos and making thumbnails yourself isn't gonna solve your business and scale it. You need to actually delegate all that work to people that actually know what they're talking about. They already spend hundreds of hours researching, ideating, and helping their clients get results with YouTube. Because you're not trying to build another full-time job on top of the one you already have. The biggest names in your niche aren't doing alone. They have a team behind every single video. Your only job should be the one thing nobody can outsource, being on camera for 30 minutes a week and actually building a personal brand and being able to make your face recognizable by every single person in your niche and quote unquote become the category king, that if someone looks you up or if someone looks something in your niche, you're the go-to person to get advice from. Everything else, the research, strategy, the production, gets handled for you. So this is exactly why 2026 is the year to start posting YouTube before someone else's in your niche does it. You can keep waiting on the sidelines while your competitors are getting 90% of the market share, or you can start building one asset that will never stop compounding. If you want my team to build it for you while you just record for 30 minutes a week, click the first link in the description to book a call with me. Thanks for watching, and if you want to build a YouTube funnel that actually turns viewers into clients and gets you ahead of your competition, this video right here will break down the whole thing.